Look at the skyscraper Platinum City apartments. There are more than 2,000 flats in this apartment complex. This apartment was constructed in the year 2000. The developers promised several facilities while booking flats. It is not that developers did not keep their word. There are several blocks in this apartment complex and all of them are provided amenities that were promised at the time of booking. But the O block, which is 660 flats, has been deprived of the same. This block is a 14-storied structure and has just one lift. There is no parking place for the residents living in them. They have no place for dumping garbage. But despite all these drawbacks, BDA has granted no objection certificate in 2001 itself. Since these pleas are not being heard and addressed, the residents have decided to seek legal procedure. A reporter tried to contact the developers and the builder, but neither of them was ready to react. Now what remains to be seen is whether these aggrieved residents get justice or not. Pavitra for News9, Bengaluru.
Introduction of ATPs at Bescom offices was a novel idea from the company to ease congestion of billing counters and facilitate power consumers to pay bills quickly. But have the ATPs served the purpose? Take a look.
We all know these kiosks. They look like an ATM kiosk, but these kiosks take money rather than giving it out to users. But look at their fate. They have no takers at all. About a year back, Bengaluru Electricity Supplying Company introduced anytime payment kiosks to simplify bill payment procedures. We have seen big queues in front of Bescom billing counters as people had just two options of remitting their electricity bills. They either went to Bescom office or Bangalore One Centre. But since both were time-consuming affairs, Bescom authorities contemplated setting up ATPs across the city, and accordingly, 35 of them were installed with an investment of 3.5 lakhs on each of them. But unfortunately, these machines are not user-friendly and people soon developed a kind of dejection towards them. Later, Bescom deputed operators at some places to help consumers. But this move too backfired as most of the times, operators were not found at the ATPs. Hence, we spoke to officials of Bescom on what went wrong after installing ATPs.
ಒಂದೇ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಥವಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ನೇಚರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಊಟ ಟೈಮ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಏನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟು ಅದು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಇದೆ ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿರೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಥರ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಕನ್ಸೂಮರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಈಗ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಹೊಸ ಟೆಂಡರ್ ಏನು ಕಾಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಈಗ ಪೈಲಟ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಆ ಪೈಲಟ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾವು ಅವರು 10 hours ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅವನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅವತ್ತು 300 ರೂಪಾಯಿನ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ ಅವರು ಇದರಿಂದ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇವನ್ ಕೂಡ 5 ನಿಮಿಷನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ penalty class tumba strict agi impose ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
There is no denying that the idea behind installing ATPs has failed, though the officials are not ready to accept it. But the residents are still optimistic about revamping them by appointing operators at all ATP kiosks. Since lakhs of rupees has been invested on the project, it would be a better option for Bescom to go by what residents feel. Well, ATPs have no takers for sure. Bescom could have served well had it appointed operators to all the ATP kiosks. Hence, if no remedial measure is taken, lakhs of investment may go down the drains. Anand Burli, News9, Bengaluru.
It is a plot in one of the most posh localities in the city, but that plot has been converted into a dumping yard and also a cowshed. Here is a report.
Have a look at this grandmother. Just see how she covers her nose. Well, it's not just this old lady, but almost all in this area of Domblur 4th Main that walk with their noses covered. And that's because there is a dumping yard in this area that sees an overflow of garbage all the time. Well, this dumping yard is not actually one. It is an empty site that has been converted into a dumping yard. The BBMP too doesn't bother to clean it up on a regular basis. And all that is left here for the people is to bear the stink all the time. This site actually belongs to one Mr. Rajashekhar and his brother. This property is under litigation, so the brothers can't take up any activity on it.
Actually, no, High Court ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಜಾಗದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಲಿಟಿಗೇಷನ್ ನಾವು ಏನೋ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಕಸ ಹಾಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಬರ್ಸೇ ಹಾಕೋದು ನಾವು ನೈಬರ್ಸ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಡಿ 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 ಅಂತ ಸುಮಾರು ಸತಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ಅವ್ರು ತಂದು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಹೇಳಿ.
Well, it's not just garbage that haunts the citizens here. A lady by name Sarasamma uses this plot to tie her cows up. Around 20 cows can be seen here most of the time.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಜ್ವರ ಬಂದು ಡೆಂಗೂ ಜ್ವರಗಳು ಬಂದು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮನೆಗೆ 6 ಜನ 7 ಜನ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು ಬಂದು ಮಣಿಪಾಲ್ಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದು. ಈ ವಾಸನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಕುಡಿಯೋಕ. ಯಾವಾಗ ನೋಡು ವಾಸನೆ ಒಂದು 4 ಹನಿ ಬಿದ್ದುಬಿಡ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೇ ವಾಸನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಕಚಡಗಳು ತಂದು ಅದು ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾವ್ರೆ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಬದುಕೋದು, ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಇರೋದು, ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಹಂಗೆ ಕಚಡ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ತಂದಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ದೊಮ್ಲೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ತಂದಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಕೋಳಿ ಇದು ಬೇರೆ ವಾಸನ, ಇತ್ ಕಡೆ ವಾಸನ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಾಗ ಇರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನೇನೋ ನಾವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಬಂದೋಬಸ್ತ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇನೋ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಹಸುಗಳಿಂದ ವಾಸನೆ ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನ ಹಸುಗಳೇನೆ. ನಾವು ಕೇಳೋಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಜಗಳಗಳಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಜಗಳ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಾಗ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಆವಾಗ 7-8 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇದೇ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟದೆ.
The residents have even contacted the area corporator in this regard, but nothing has fructified. They have even registered complaints with the BBMP, but that too has only fallen on deaf ears. It is really a sad plight that the citizens are forced to endure with, but our authorities are yet to react on the issue. Shobha Jojiga for News9, Bengaluru.
Schools belonging to minorities are an exception for RTE rules, but that does not mean that any school can claim itself to be a minority school and fool the education department. That is exactly what a Bengaluru-based school is doing. Take a look.
Right to Education Act continues to be in news. The schools in Bengaluru are not ready to lose 25% of the seats, which can fetch them several lakhs and even crores for some schools. They choose several ways to fool the government. The Innisfree School in JP Nagar is one such school, and it is playing the linguistic minority school card. Schools belonging to minorities are omitted from the list of schools which are asked by the Department of Education to share RTE seats. Innisfree School claimed itself to be a Konkani minority school and stayed away from RTE. Last year, it sent back several parents with sought admissions under the Act. The school did not share a single seat for the academic year 2013-14. This year too, it tried the same tactics, but the block education office concerned got suspicious and its officials paid a visit to the school to conduct a reality check. The team led by block education officer Kimpaya could not find any document in the school office claiming it to be a linguistic minority school. Though it was an offense, the block education officer asked school authorities to share RTE seats for this academic year, at least which they readily agreed and gave their consent in writing. The school also took applications from parents. Block education officer had thought that the school was providing seats to economically backward parents. But it wasn't for a rude shock after learning that it has not fallen in line but has opted for a legal battle against the department.
Case was going on, not case, actually the file was with the DDPI's office. So it was going on. So we had to say yes till we get the certificate. Now which were again applied for minority, linguistic minority certificate. So we've applied to the High Court asking us to give us the status of linguistic minority.
The principal said that her school was a minority school and had applied for the recognition of the same and also sought an interim order from High Court for stopping admissions under Right to Education. The court had issued a stay order already. The moment it got the stay order, it began to send back parents whose children had secured admissions under the Act. Meanwhile, Block Education Officer has submitted a petition to the court seeking to vacate the stay.
We gone to the court and we brought a stay order from the High Court. So we cannot able to implement this one RT rules and regulations, and we cannot admit the children under RT. They are already told. In this regard, they have submitted, and we submitted the parawise reply and the affidavit for the High Court to vacate the stay order from the respective High Court, Honorable High Court. So this process is going on now.
Well, the case is in court now, and it has to decide whether the minority schools are covered under the Act or not. The court is yet to pronounce the verdict, but minority schools have started to send back parents. This particular school, Innisfree, continues to fool the Department of Public Instruction. Amrita Patil for News9.
Northeastern students of Bengaluru put up a musical carnival in Nama city to celebrate their culture and bring Bengaluru closer to hard rock. Take a look.
across Bengaluru came together and put up a music carnival to celebrate their culture and bring Bengalurians together. The event was a joint effort by the Northeastern students and the Assam Tourism Association to display the rich culture of Northeastern states.
See, actually, Northeast, 8 states, different people, tribal culture, very unique in terms of resources, but not well known outside. And there's a lot of racial issues happening in Delhi. And it's an objective to reach out in Bangalore and trying to invite people from Bangalore and see the unique culture of Northeast. They are slightly different, but they're very proud Indians.
The event started off with a beautiful folk dance by a group of Northeastern girls, and the crowd was up on their feet to cheer the girls. This was followed by a musical extravaganza with heavy metal, folk rock and hard rock bands belting out some classic Hindi songs. The bands also went on to play some classic rock numbers and some heavy metal songs by famous bands like Green Day, Black Sabbath and Scorpions. There was a flea market and authentic Northeastern food stalls, giving visitors a unique experience and flavor of Northeastern India. In all, the Northeastern community, along with Bengalurians, had a fabulous time celebrating their culture with hard rock, folk music and yummy food. Vivek Vinayak, News 9.